Okay, day 160, and it's part 3. I guess the last video got cut off, and what I was basically saying is I think we're very close to the target. And I know how difficult this is for all the people on YouTube. As you start getting close to the target, you really started getting a lot of flack. And the Navy is really involved, and that's kind of the NSA Navy group. You know, the Imran Awan kind of group, even throw the FBI and DEA all in that. It's all kind of one thing. And it doesn't want you dissecting this this body for this tumor inside SES. It wants you to say, okay, well, you know, the SES is a bad, you know, thing. And then there's a core inside. Somewhere in the core, right? Somewhere in the organs, there's a problem. Okay, that's far enough, okay? And a lot of people are saying, that's far enough. We don't need to do any more dissection, you know? That's it. You must be an agent if you want to keep doing dissection. And that's really not what it is. When the way you can tell somebody's not an agent for, you know, whoever, is if they want to keep doing dissection or not. If we say, no, actually, it's right here in the liver, and now let's figure out what lobe of the liver it's in. 12 lobes of the liver. I can't remember. I did an episode on that. I think there's 8 lobes of the liver. And it's actually, this Cassandra tumor is right here. And oh, by the way, it's not just one Cassandra nodule tumor in Virginia, $200 million a month drug operation. It's actually, there's one over here in North Carolina, and there's one over here in Arizona. There's one over here in Texas, and there's about 5 of them in California, and there's one up in Oregon, and there's one up in, and you're going to see a metastasis with these Cassandra nodules, all on the outside of our country for some odd reason. Now, it's also odd that the infiltration, you know, bringing people in, mainly are in the inner 33 states that don't touch an ocean in our country, and I don't know if that's by accident or design. If these little drug operations, these Cassandras, have to be Army-Navy joint ventures or something, and then it's somebody else's venture to do something on the inner 33 states. Still, all those questions need to be answered. But when somebody's getting closer, you know, a surgeon starting to cut it and saying, oh, we're in the, you know, this looks like the Seth Rich bullet's in the 3rd lobe here, and, you know, etc. You don't then stab the guy next to you and say, you're getting too close. You must be an agent for, you know, Obama, or you must be an agent for somebody else. So that's all I'm saying here is everyone needs to just keep focus on the task of dissection. And even if we get down to the right lobe of where the Virginia Cassandra nodule is, we need to keep going and then do the pathology slides and keep going deeper and deeper until we completely understand the metastasis of this Cassandra inside our government. Now, our suitcase still hasn't got here, so I'm sorry I haven't shaved yet today. But that doesn't mean that we're not out every day looking for more information, more slides, if you will, more pathology slides for everybody to do their own research. Again, you don't have to necessarily believe any particular source. What you really should look at is the information that's coming from it. And I know we're on the right track in terms of SES, and I know we're on the right track in terms of the core, which is FBI, DEA. Now, I'm also seeing some NSA in there, and I'm seeing some NGA in there, and I'm seeing some DIA in there. And I do think there is some good guys in this, but I don't ever like to really focus on the individual sources. I like to focus on the patient, which is the United States of America. You don't need the doctors dueling each other with scalpels. You need to focus on what's killing the patient. And in this case, it's Cassandra, it's the drugs. And that's why it relates to the VA hospital, because at Fort Belvoir is where the quarter weight and half weight drugs are being put in the good ship liaison, either through a Pakistani flag ship or a British MI6 flagship or a Russia flagship. I don't really care what the flags are. All I know is the good ship liaison is taking the drugs intended for our veterans and substituting quarter weight and half weight drugs. That's the patient. The patient is the veteran, and in this case, in a larger sense, the patient is the people of the United States of America.